What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today we're talking about the bonus event coming out this week. So this week's bonus event is a brand new one that we haven't really seen before, and that's because it's containing a new kind of in-game mechanic that we haven't had before either, mainly delves. So this weekend, or this entire week basically, we have weekly bonuses or weekly events happening every single week, and this upcoming week, aka the 2nd on the Wednesday for Europe, or on Tuesday for North America, we have a delves bonus event. So as you can see, begins with the weekly reset, or at 6 in the morning, delves bonus event, and what we know so far is that while this event is active, delves will grant increased rewards for intrepid explorers. Now, before we got some data mining going, we did not actually know what those increased rewards would be. Would it be bonus experience to brand, bonus player experience, any bonus reputation inside, bonus gear? Exactly what would those rewards be? Well, Blizzard actually pushed something to the PTR which kind of revealed what this would be, or at least we can speculate on what it will be based on what we have on the PTR, and I'm fairly certain this will end up being what we see, based on it being once again on the PTR, and it's called Sign of the Explorer. This is the buff that is coming with that weekly event, and the buff itself, as you can see here, the delve bonus event begins on October 1st or October 2nd for Europe in the in-game event calendar. The event states that delves will grant increased rewards for intrepid explorers, and Blizzard has not confirmed this as the buff for the event, but we recently found a Sign of the Explorer buff in hotfixes. This buff has the sign of prefix that is a resemblant of all other weekly event buffs. So far looks very much like the buff we're going to end up getting during this weekly event. So what this buff does is it increases your Delver's journey progress gains by 25%, also increases companion experience gains by 25%, and also increases undercoin gains by 25%. So a little bit of what this means is that you'll be able to level up a brand faster, and depending on the level you currently have, you probably have a lot of levels still to go. I am on level 51, I believe the max level is 60 or something, but I'm 51, and at the moment, I have to do, what is it, it's 45,000 experience for every tier 8 delve, so I have to do about 6 delves, maybe 7, 6.5 delves for one level. So that increased experience will definitely be nice. It will give me more levels on brand while I'm doing the event, or while I'm doing delves during the event, and it will also give you 25%, going back to the post here, 25% extra Delver's Journey progress gains. So Delver's Journey is this bar up here that you can see, and you can then see how far along you are on this journey progress, and the further along you go, the more rewards you unlock. And there are certain benchmarks here that are really good to unlock. So for example, this one right here, you can now purchase restored coffer keys, which I already have, and then you get 5,000 residence crystal, which it is also pretty nice to get. At the end here, or the second to last one, you can now purchase Adventurer 4 out of 8 Warbound equipment from Sir Finley in Dornegal, and at the final point, you can now purchase these restored coffer keys with a 50% discount. So going to this NPC right here, I can currently buy these keys for 2,000 coins, and getting to the end, they will now be 1,000 coins only to buy one key. Now, for those of you with more than one character, this event is going to be really good, because getting to this exact stage that I'm hovering over right now, the Warbound equipment set, will be so nice. As you can see here, you can buy something called a Adventure Warbound Battle Gear drop, which contains a Adventure 4 out of 8 set of armor corresponding to your class, even though this one is very expensive if you ask me. And then you can buy specific pieces that are 580 over here as well, and I kind of want to drag your attention to rings and necklaces, or I guess mainly rings. So rings here are 500 undercoins, and this is a 580 ring. If you go to the auction house right now, a lot of people are buying rings for their alt, and 564 rings are actually quite expensive. Exactly how expensive they are will depend on your server, but as a gold maker here, saving some gold on gearing up my characters is definitely nice. So going to, for example, we have rings, and they're 564. 564 rings are 10,000 gold, and a 590 ring is 125,000 gold. So with the undercoins you're getting, you can basically get some free very good rings For your alts, they're 580 once again, and they're warbound. And the good thing about this currency is that the currency is also warbound, so you can transfer this currency from one character to the next. And yeah, the currency is warbound, what you buy with it is also warbound, everything is warbound, which is absolutely perfect, except for these keys, I suppose, but like everything in the gear department is actually warbound. And in this case, you're going to buy a ring with the perfect stats for your character at 580. For 500 undercoins. Like for example, the haste and mastery rings are actually quite expensive on the auction house. You can also buy weapons for your alts, even though they tend to be somewhat cheap on the auction house, but yeah, you can buy those as well. Now, when I'm making this video, we're getting kind of close to that weekly reset, but if you haven't spent your keys already this week, I would recommend saving the keys you have. So for example, on Monday, Tuesday, if you're playing EU, the rest of this weekly reset basically, don't spend those keys. You will get 25% more out of them next week, and I would argue even more than 25% because you get 25% in so many avenues. Once again, you get 25% more Delver's Journey, 25% more companion experience, and also 25% more undercoins. So those keys that you have, they will be worth so much more next week, and if you have any leftovers, don't spend them today, don't spend them tomorrow, wait for the weekly reset, wait for that bonus event to begin, and then start spending your keys. Now, if you have spent all your keys, one more thing you can do to prep yourself is to spend the Radiant Echoes that you have and start farming keys again. So if you have these Radiant Echoes, as you can see that I have, you basically get these while doing delves, especially the bountiful ones. I think you get one at the end of every single bountiful delve. You get one Radiant Echo. Now, these Radiant Echoes can be spent at the World Soul Memories, and you can spend 5 of them at the same time, or do them one by one. If you spend 5 of them at the same time, you usually end up with 2 to 3 keys, or 200 to 300 key fragments, so basically 2 to 3 bountiful keys, in about 5 minutes. So if you have any Radiant Echoes left over, go to one of these World Soul Memories, make a raid group, or find a raid group, and then just blast that out. And once again, you can spend 5 of them at the same time, giving you a lot of key fragments, which you can then turn into keys. Now, you also have world quests to farm these key fragments as well, the key coffer shards, or coffer key shards, sorry. So you can farm those from world quests as well. Basically, stock up on keys and save the ones you already have and spend them next week, and you will get so much more bang for your buck. It is also worth noting that what are they called again? The bountiful delves can be done per character. So for example, right now we have this one, the Earthcrawl Mine, is bountiful, and I could go and do this one if I had 10 different characters at level 80. I could do this bountiful delve on all 10 characters. So I would argue that next week during this event it will be the best time ever to just spam bountiful delves and do every single one on all of your characters, because once again you get so much more undercoins, so much more Delver's Journey, and so much more brand experience. Next week is going to be a great time, and if you have enough characters you can actually get done with everything next week. In 1 week you can get everything done, both the Delver's Journey, you can go from start to finish if you just grind it out enough with enough characters, and you can level up a brand to, I don't know if you can do maximum, but definitely a lot of levels. So TLDR, Delves next week, it's gonna be a blast. And it seems like Delve's bonus events will be a recurring event coming back every now and then, because we have another one happening on November 27th. We have a Delve bonus event again, so it's just something they're throwing into the mix now, because Delves is a part of the endgame. And I believe that's basically the video. I wanted to talk about the event itself, what the rewards to expect from the event, which once again we have right here, and talk about what you can do to prepare yourself for the event ahead of time. And yeah, next week is going to be a good time to do Delves, so if you have any characters you've been wanting to level them now, get them to level 80, and get them up through Delves next week, and get some brand experience at the same time, and get some Delver's Journey at the same time as well. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and if you want to learn how to make gold while doing Delves, then check out my War Within Goldmaking Guide through the link down below, where I talk a lot about making gold in different avenues. We are talking about farming gold, crafting for gold, and just playing the auction house as well. Basically, every single method of making gold will be covered in some way, shape, or form, and it's my my ultimate goal to help you guys make as much gold as possible, both if you have the guide or if you're watching my videos. So thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon. Bye bye now.